Good afternoon. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm a musician, I'm an entertainer, I'm a performer, and I can perform in front of people, but I can't talk in front of them. So bear with me. Also, as I'm sure you know, it's a little bit difficult to know exactly who I'm addressing. Okay, I've listened to your tapes, 10 of them, over and over, and just about every day. They've been incredibly helpful, incredibly sustaining, and I appreciate them. But by the way, in one of your tapes with Jerry, you were kidding about your accent when he was asking you, how come you speak in a different voice? And you kiddingly said, "Isn't this Esther's voice?" I think you've gotten there. This sounds a lot more natural than some of the tapes.
As the resistance within Esther relaxes, then there is much easier communication. And you should have seen this in the very beginning. Esther was sitting in a chair, rigidly holding on for dear life. She felt like she had her toe in a light socket. She had no idea who we were. You think you've got trouble knowing who you're talking to. You should have somebody talking through you and having no way of validating, no way of getting any serial numbers or any passports, any way of identifying who they really are, you see. So Esther had no option other than to shut it down altogether and not allow it, or to relax and trust that the way it felt was in vibrational harmony with what it was. And in time, as she released her concern about who we are, her resistance went away, and so did the restriction in the voice.
Well, all I can say is I do listen to you every day, and your words work incredibly, even sometimes in the absence of being able to go to the belief system of who you're supposed to be actually speaking from.
Well, it doesn't hurt our
feelings. It doesn't matter.
That you cannot.
I just leave it.
Through your physical framework,
okay.
It is not an easy thing to contemplate what is going on here. We'll give you some more words, though, that you have not heard on those recordings. So, as we are visiting with you here, you are more than you see also.
No.
There is a non-physical part of you that is much more where we are than the physical part of Esther is here where you are. In other words, we are much more in vibrational alignment from our non-physical aspects than you will ever be with anybody in your physical environment. So here you are visiting with us, and you are using words, but we are receiving you not by the words that Esther is translating only, although that is helping for the focal point. But we are receiving you vibrationally. In fact, we received you even before your physical body got here. So now we are expressing to you, through Esther, we are projecting blocks of thought to Esther, which she is receiving on an unconscious level, sort of like radio signals. And then she is finding the physical word equivalent that best matches. It's like bridging two worlds. She can feel at this unconscious level what Abraham is wanting to say. And then she has this data bank of physical that she is reaching for to find words that best express what Abraham means. And through trial and error with many like you who have expressed and listened and expressed and listened, in other words, as you speak and then we speak and then you all listen and then you all respond, we have gotten very good at projecting into the physical the vibrational nuance that will be most likely for Esther to receive and translate. You are all doing this. In fact, everything that you call your physical world is your physical translation of vibration. What you see with your eyes, you are translating vibration into it. It's an illusion, feels real, but it's an illusion. What you smell is your physical vibrational interpretation. Even what you feel with your fingertips or taste with your tongue. Everything that you call this real world is an interpretation of vibration. So here what's happening. While you are seeing Esther, and we will not say that Esther is not a very big part of what is happening here. We are using her apparatus. We are using her ability to bring thoughts together. We are using the examples of the life that she lives. We are using her ability to put together thought processes that apply to this time-space reality. But we are projecting our knowing. And for the time that you are hearing Abraham speaking through Esther, our vibration is dominant within her. In other words, there is more of that which is Abraham that is offering the vibration here than that which is of Esther. Esther is vibrationally allowing us to dominate now. Now,
Understand.
how would that be on a day-to-day basis? In other words, would Esther want Abraham to walk around in her all day long? Well, Esther has many things that she wants to think about. Esther is the creator of her experience here, not Abraham. But we think what Esther provides for you is an example of vibrationally coming into alignment with that broader perspective. Your inner being does not want to live your life. Your inner being wants you to live your life in alignment with that which you are, which means your inner being wants you never to feel fear, but always to know your value. Your inner being wants you to always be clear-minded and never be confused. Your inner being doesn't want to live your life for you, but your inner being wants you to practice the vibration that allow that broader part of you so that you can get on with the reason that you're here to begin with.
Does the inner being not want, in fact, to experience me living my life? Isn't that what you've said?
Yes, but your inner being experiences it whether you do or not.
Yeah.
You do not have to be in vibrational alignment with your inner being in order for your inner being to have a joyous, raucous time through you. But we'd like you in on it, you see.
Oh, I'm in on it.
Good. Does that help you to understand more who
it does.
we are?
It does. But again, intellectually, emotionally, it's just impossible for me to totally go there. However, I can
No,
do
it isn't. You're just too stubborn. And as long as you keep saying that, you'll never make it.
I'll make it.
Soften it by saying, I'd like to know who you are. I'd like to feel who you are.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought you could read my mind. That's what I'm saying. Really. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm feeling. It's my nervousness that makes it difficult, okay? I can only sing. I can't talk. In fact, some people say I can't even sing.
Keep saying that, and that is the way it will be.
I'm being funny.
Keep saying that, and that is the way it will be.
Well, what do you want me to say?
You're doing extremely well. Well, you never stop living. You're infinite.
No, you only start living.
And eternal.
No. I wish I listened to you when I was 20 years before. Not that I haven't got the time, but because it's incredible.
Well, regret is perhaps
It's not regret. It's not regret because it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Well, we didn't call it blame or guilt. We called it regret.
I don't regret it. No, I don't regret it.
When you say, I wish that something had been different, what emotion do you assign to that?
Just observation as to how things went.
Well, no matter what you call it, whenever you wish something had been different, the reason that it is a sort of wasted emotion is because you have no power there, but you have all of your power here.
No, I'm not hung up with that.
So feel the difference between saying, I wish it had been different, and I'm pleased that I now know. Feel the way it feels
Abraham,
to you.
let me tell you, it's funny to call you Abraham. It's usually a man. Abby, what do they call you? Abby, Abe?
They call us Abraham.
Okay, it's hard to call a woman Abraham. I don't have any regrets, really. I'm very fortunate, very.
He wants to change our name to Abigail.
Abby, how about Abby? That would work better, wouldn't it?
He's not locked into his thinking.
On the tapes, you sound like Abraham. Here, you sound more like Abby. That's a compliment.
Well, we think it is a very nice mix. We take it as a compliment, but we think it is a very nice mix. In other words, people are all the time worrying about male and female, and from the non-physical perspective, it is one energy. The male and female has nothing to do with the non-physical essence of that which you are. That has to do with the physical propagation of that which is human. But from a non-physical standpoint, you are as much female as you are male, just as females are as much male as they are female. And we think a physical, feminine perspective with a male name somehow brings some of that into balance.
Okay. So you don't want me to call you Abby then? Okay.
We think we are complete. What do you think?
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you for your help.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for calling me here. You've said so much already that I need to process. So somehow a part of me feels like, although you use the Socratic method to pull out questions, I wish you could read my mind and tell me what I need to do. But that's not, I presume, what you're going to do.
It would be so boring for the others. All is well. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I really wanted to come here because I've been reading your material recently, and it's been incredibly wonderful for me. And everything I read, I feel like, oh, this is so wonderful. And yet, I somehow can't seem to emotionally get myself into the place where, I can say, oh, wonderful, I'm into this vibrational mode.
But that's all right. You heard us all day long today. The message that we've been giving to all of you is you're just not going to do it all at once. Feel how much better it feels to say, this is feeling good to me. At some level, I think I've always known this. I'm getting better and better at it. I'm feeling a little better every day. I'm going to figure it out. I don't have to do it all at once. I'm getting new ideas continually. I'm getting a better bead on my own emotional system. My experience is helping me to identify more clearly what I want. I want to believe that I'm blessed and that the universe is helping me. I want to see evidence of that. I have seen evidence of that. I am seeing evidence of that. Things are getting better and better. Every day I get clearer about it. I'm getting more sure-footed about it. I don't have to figure it out all at once. Those around me are helping me to understand it. I can see it in others sometimes more easily than I can see it in myself. I'm appreciating the example that they give me. It's nice to know that what I think and what I feel and what I manifest is always a vibrational match. It's nice to figure it out before it manifests, but no big deal. I can figure it out after it manifests because that helps me to feel the association of it. I'm getting better and better at this. It's getting easier and easier. I'm glad I'm getting clear about this. I'm glad that I found this. I'm glad that I was in a vibrational place that I allowed it into my experience. I must have been doing something right or I wouldn't have come this far. I can't get it done ever. I'm an eternal being. I'm not wrong. I cannot get it wrong. Things are continually improving. There was just soothing self-talk as often as you have time for it. And one day you'll wake up and you'll feel as good about where you are as we feel about where you are.
Okay. So all is well.
It really is. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is co-creating at its best. Did you hear our primary message? It's good and getting better. Did you hear our primary message? You are worthy, blessed beings, and it's time for you to talk yourself into feeling that way so you can let the good stuff in. Be easy about it. Don't work so hard. Make the things that matter most, which is feeling good, top priority on every day's list. Don't feel uncomfortable in your negative emotion. Instead, embrace it and say, I'm choosing this negative thought on purpose because it feels better than the bigger negative thought that I was practicing before that. And each day I will try to find a smaller and smaller negative thought until eventually I will tiptoe into the positive range. I am deliberately practicing thoughts that feel good with the singular intention of bringing myself finally into vibrational alignment with who I am. There is great love here for you. We are complete.